All right, greetings, adventurers, and well met. We're seeing what's going on. Wasn't every week we come in and there we go. There we can see everyone. Greetings, adventurers, well met. Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. Back here with our cast of crew, ready to play another episode 4 of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. We're going to introduce the characters again. We'll go back through, refresh your memories with who we were playing with, what their characters are, the mechanics and such like that, and then we'll do a little bit of recap to remind our players and the viewers where we've been, where we left off, I should say, in the last episode. So let's go ahead and start with Felix. Felix, introduce yourself, please.
Playing Felix, I am a Order of the Scribes wizard, level 2 Lightfoot halfling. I'm an urchin. I grew up on the streets of Neverwinter and got a job with our benefactor, and he sent me on a mission here.
All right, thank you, Felix. Then we have Hannibal.
Greetings. Hannibal is a hill dwarf. He is a level 2 monk with the Far Traveler Wanderer background. And I zoomed out on my character sheet horribly.
At least we're not having as many technical difficulties as we did. The cameras just went out again.
Oh, that wasn't me.
At least they're not popping over and switching spots like they were the previous episode.
Hopefully the audience can still hear us.
Yeah.
My semi-magic item is the Orb of Direction.
Oh, goodness. And then we have Ulmer. Ulmer, please, go ahead.
Yes, Ulmor Wakefield. He is a half-orc. He is a multi-class bard barbarian, and he has a background of a sailor. So he has all of those things bringing it to the table. He's trying to figure out his way as a bard, but he likes to get a little reckless every now and then.
All right, thank you, Ulmer. Everyone go ahead and start with inspiration. We'll bring ourselves back over here and the view for the those viewing. The players are in the town of Phandalin. Phandalin, staying at the Stonehill Inn. Last episode, they actually had done a quest for the priestess that was overseeing the Shrine of Luck to the goddess of Timora, and they went to speak with a hag, or actually, my apologies, a banshee named Agatha, to find out a little bit of information, just to find out. Didn't have to recover the spell book, but find out what happened to a specific spell book that Agatha had been in contact with. As they returned, finishing up their adventure, they had discovered that the priestess was a member of the Harper faction. And seeing that the characters and the Harpers kind of aligned in their outlooks, pardon me, in their views, all of the characters decided to go ahead and join the Harpers. To work with the Harpers, just any information they find out about the goings on, the Red Brand, brigands, things like that, any information that seems out of place or of any concern to the Harpers, with them, of course, being the working for the underdog, kind of Robin Hood-esque type of faction, to make sure that the oppressed are not oppressed and people that are in power are using that power properly. So they joined there, and then, of course, they did have a little tussle with the Red Brand brigands in the streets, in the alleyways, actually near the smithy and the Shrine of Luck, right up in this area. And after that, they did dispatch them, and then they took them to the Townmaster's Hall to leave them on the steps. And the Townmaster was quite surprised at this, and is definitely interested in speaking with the characters. They also spoke with Sildar, who had mentioned that after you gain a bit more experience of adventure as adventurers, that he did have a couple of different quests in mind, as it were, for you to follow. You do have one current quest that you are looking towards a little bit right now. Perhaps is was given to you by Koylin at the Alderley Farm to go see her friend. If you need to find out about areas in and around Fandalen and this area of the Sword Coast, just to the south east of Neverwinter, that her friend Raynoth is a druid that was heading to the ruins of what was the name of the city there? The ruins of
Thunder Tree.
Thunder Tree. Yes, ruins of Thunder Tree. And there are a couple of places you haven't really had a chance to check out. You tried to look for the woodworker's place, but there was really nothing that you found out around the woodworker's house because you had found that the woodworker was slain and his family was missing as well. But you have still yet to head to the Eldermath Orchard, getting yourselves familiar with the town, and you have not head to the Fandalen Miners Exchange yet as well. So you find yourselves at the Stone Hill Inn. You also, I believe, have a quest for that was given to you by the townmaster, Harbin Wester, that about something about some brigands along the road as well. So you have a few choices. You wake up the next day at the Stone Hill Inn, refreshed, have all your hit points back, all of your spell slots, everything ready to go, and you're in your rooms currently. What would you like to do for the day?
Well, after breakfast, of course, Ulmor would like to go down to the Shrine of Luck and just kind of observe because he's not quite sure about this religion thing with these shrines, and he's very curious about it. And he just joined the Harpers through there, so he'd like to go there first. But after that, he did notice we had spoken to the townmaster about the marauders that were being a problem up north. He would like to possibly get a little gold, 100 gold pieces on the job board.
That's true. That's true. Sister Gariel is there, of course. She's just, tending to the shrine itself. It's not really necessarily a temple or even a church. It's just a small shrine where people leave little trinkets here and there for good luck. And for those of you watching, of course, also this is my view of our Roll20 screen as well. So if you happen to see any information, please do your best not to pass it along in chat for the for the players. But yeah, there's
Nothing.
yeah, Sister Gariel is there taking care of stuff, and she'll definitely greet you. What does Felix and Hannibal like to do today as well? Obviously, if you want to travel with Ulmer, that's fine as well.
Yeah, I think sticking together is probably our best bet for right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to wander up with Ulmer and check out these brigands.
Yeah, okay. So you can stop by the shrine, speak with Sister Gariel, and she'll, of course, give you, a little blessing of Timor to give you a bit of luck for the day. That's where you get your inspiration from.
Awesome.
And she just does, each one of you, she does remind you that you are given the title of Watcher in the Harbors. So basically, just the Harpers themselves are trying to enact positive change and stuff. And gather intelligence, of course, to any wrongdoings that are going on, especially if anything's oppressed. So to keep that in mind, and if you have anything to speak with her about, to let her know.
Yeah, well, Ulmor would first off ask about the Harper pin that she was given. He wasn't quite clear on how to wear that. If he should wear it openly, like on the top of his hat or on his lapel, or should he keep it hidden, kind of like she did when she was hiding it in a robe there?
Yes, she does suggest that most Harpers don't wear them openly. There are a few, especially higher-ranking Harpers and such like that, that do wear their Harper pin proudly because it's widely known throughout Faerun that they are a member or usually a higher up or faction leader in the Harpers. But most agents, especially Watchers, if you could, do your best to hide the pin somewhere, perhaps maybe under a cloak under your, perhaps maybe on the inside of your tunic, not inside, but where it's not seen. Maybe hide it within like some of your clothing or something like that, your decoration of your clothing, your trinkets and things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah. With that, Olmar looks around and makes sure no one's watching, and he kind of definitely tucks it up under inside of his lapel there,
Hmm.
kind of hiding it.
Uh,
Hannibal would follow suit.
what is this business I heard of? Some sort of commotion last eve, just in the streets and roads behind the shrine here.
Oh yeah, it was the halfling. The halfling. I don't know what he was doing. He was just walking along, and next thing you know, all these dudes kind of jumped out on the from the alley, and he just started picking a fight with him. I don't know what got into him. It must have been the ale or something. I don't know. We just next thing you know, we had to kill them all. Sorry.
Oh no! Especially if they were the Red Band ruffians. That crew has been just harassing most of the locals and many of the business folk as well.
Yeah, that's what we hear. Now we didn't know who they were until after the fact, but yeah, those red brands are quite a menace.
So have you had a chance to head to the orchard to speak with Darren yet?
Oh well, alas, no. Um, it's on our list.
Ah, yes.
We've been really busy here since we've got here. It's kind of exciting. Um, all the meat and potatoes and ale. I mean, yeah, all the adventuring and questing and helping people. Yes, it's been,
Well,
so we're working on it.
it does seem as if you are meant for the life of a hero. But of course, I do know that you have your priestess Shailerin with you as well. If it ever comes to be needed that you are in need of spellcasting services, there are a few things that I can provide for you, of course. I've spoken with her, and I will. She can come to request at least one spellcasting a day. If any material components are required, unfortunately, you'll have to provide those. But I can help you and provide some spellcasting services for you.
Thank you.
That's good to know.
Do you have any other
Wolmore kind of
questions?
starts looking through his pockets, like components. I know those wizards keep them in pockets, but he's like, he pulls out a bit of fluff and a bone, some coins. Yeah, but he looks over at the halfling. Like, what have you got?
A whole bunch of random stuff.
You use a focus
Yeah,
too, don't you,
Not
Felix?
much that'll be helpful in this case, I assume.
Do you use a focus or do you use a component pouch, Felix?
Focus.
Gotcha.
It's actually the spell book is my focus as they order of the scribes wizard.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right.
cool.
But she does mention that you have any need to talk with anybody, find out any information about the goings on with some of the locals and such like that, which you probably already know. I think you've met Quaylen over at the Alderley farm. She does have her ear to the happenings of what's going on in the village or town, as it were.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the halfling. Yeah, she was seemed very astute. She seemed like she was up on everything that was going on, including what her son was up to. But yeah, that's a good resource.
Yes, Carp, a very mischievous child, she says. But she does quietly and respectfully take her leave as she's going to go tend the garden in the back of her home, and she wishes you luck on whatever path you take today.
And I thank her and kind of give a slight bow, and I'll just start walking up the street there and just kind of starting to look around. It's like thinking about going north.
Okay.
What do you think, guys? Should we go to the orchard, or do you want to? You guys want to go ahead and go, kind of take care of these marauders that are messing around up there? We can We can get a little bit of gold. 100 gold pieces. That's not bad.
Let's go check out the Marauders.
And actually,
Yeah.
it's the post that says east on the Tribord Trail, so it is kind of
Okay.
north. Yeah, it is kind of north. And once you get to the
Oh.
trail, it will be to the east. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Omar is a little tired. He's not quite sure what his directions are right
There was
now.
a lot
He's
of fighting before you went to bed the last eve. That is true.
Yeah. He had to. He had a few bruises here and there. It's all that adrenaline from
Bruise.
raging. Yeah. So, yeah.
But yes,
Okay, so
as the post had said, that there were some marauders that have been attacking several caravans near Wyvern Tor. Let me go ahead and bring everyone over to the other map of the Sword Coast here.
Okay.
And Wyvern Tor is located. Let me go to the GM layer, pull it over here for you. All the way over here.
Okay. It's quite a distance.
It is a fairly prominent landmark in the rugged hills northeast of the Sword Mountains. And it's it's easily visible from even about 20 miles away. You should be able to take out your measure and snap it from Fandalen. So it's about 40 miles away if you travel through the mountains. It'll be a little bit slower traveling that way. So probably a better way would be it's about 10 miles to the Tribord Trail. And if you travel up the trail a little bit from there, about another 18 miles, and then the trek down through the hillocks and such like that around probably another 25 miles. So it'll probably take you a couple of days at least to get there. You can travel about 24 miles a day. That includes basically 10 hours of travel, 8 hours for sleeping and such like that, and then about 6 hours for like resting, setting up camp, tearing down camp, preparing spells, things of that nature. You also do have that wagon and the oxen. If you want to leave those behind, you can. If you have enough coin, you could even pick up some horses if you wanted to. Or perhaps a mule or pony for Felix.
I think I have enough maybe to rent them, but not to buy them. I don't think we have enough for that. I don't. Perhaps
Probably not.
perhaps we could just continue on and try our luck and take the wagon and the oxen and just go that northern route that's seemed to be on the trail as opposed to kind of winding our way through the hills. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay.
I'd say
I mean, we
stick to the
can-
trail.
Stick to the trail, yeah. These going through those hills, close to those mountains, seem a little sketch, a little bit dangerous as far as meeting things, especially with the name Wyvern Tor. That's Wilmore's kind of thinking, oh, I've heard of wyverns. Not sure what they are, but I've heard of them. Doesn't sound good.
All right, so
Like
we'll plot this out real quick. You can go about 24 miles, so it's 10 miles to there, and then another 14 miles down the road will get you about right here.
Okay.
Right near where it says Tribor, right in the middle there.
Okay, right there. All right.
Yeah. So first of all, who is driving the wagon? Who's going to drive the wagon?
Well, Ulmore has some experience with ships and watercraft, but he's not the best with horses or oxen or livestock. Does anybody
Okay.
else have any better skills?
I have a
In
little
what?
bit of animal handling.
Oh, excellent. Okay, maybe that you might be a better to drive the cart.
No one has land
I
vehicles?
have no skill with animal handling.
I've just got water vehicles.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right, sailor. Fair enough. So yeah, you don't really have to give me an animal handling check or anything like that. Traveling out of Fandalen, you travel for most of the morning and are able to make your way to from the Fandalen Trail to the Tribord Trail fairly uneventfully. You're able to stop, perhaps maybe have a mid-morning, early afternoon little break. Check the oxen and such like that, and are able to travel into the early evening by the time you make your way to Tribord Trail, down or to the middle of Tribord Trail. Uh, Perhaps maybe about halfway through your journey or so. And go ahead and how do you want to look to make a camp?
Um,
Just want to camp beside
are
the road, like in the because currently you don't have anything in the wagon.
Okay. Going towards to the east with the hills there, how far are the hills where they actually start? Is there any way we can have like some protection on, kind of like a hill behind us, or at least on the sides,
Well, keep
and
in
then just
mind
kind of
that
have like a little,
yeah, if you pull out your measuring tool, you can see that each square is about 4 miles across.
right? Okay. So are we anywhere near close to that?
It would take you.
No, we're in the grasslands still.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
still in the
Okay.
grasslands area.
Okay.
So you
Oh,
could set up beside the trail. It's not uncommon to find travelers' respites along the side of the road. Go ahead and give me go ahead and give me a group survival check to see if you can find one of those respites. Sometimes they're hidden alongside the road. Sometimes they're wide patches of dirt alongside the trail. Some of them have, little shanties, temporary shacks that are, maintained by the travelers and such. Usually have some sort of stone-built fire pit for travelers to rest. Perfect, nice, 15 and 19. That's a success. So a little bit of traveling, just a little bit more into the early parts of the evening. The sun's still setting. You're able to find yourselves a traveler's respite alongside the Tribord Trail to set up your camp for the night.
okay.
What types of setup are you going to? What types of camping gear do you have? Does anyone have a tent? This one happens to have a small, more like an open-faced barn or a stable. Doesn't really have a hayloft in it, but more of like an open-faced, kind of like you'd go to, like say, a park, and you'd have the like the pavilion, the wooden pavilions where you'd be able to set up to have like picnics with family members or stuff like that. More of a little pavilion, wooden pavilion type thing set up with some temporary walls with one side open to the air.
Yeah, Omar thinks that's great. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have a tent. He's got his bedroll, of course,
Okay.
and he just kind of checks out the area, looks for some rats and any other creepy crawly bugs, and throws his pack down and puts his sleeping roll, his bedroll down, and commences to making a small fire.
Okay. Go ahead, Hannibal. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, as a wandering monk, a bedroll's all Hannibal would need, so he's gonna throw down next to Ulmer.
Go ahead and give me a simple animal handling check, by the way, Hannibal, with advantage if you would, just to make sure you can get through with the oxen and get them. Uh, the rolls aren't going to be good tonight.
5, not good.
It does take a little bit of time to get the yokes off the oxen and stuff like that, but you're able to eventually get them off, and causes a little bit of noise as they're yawing and mooing fairly loudly, trying to get those all of their harnesses and stuff and such off of the creatures.
Okay, with making the fire, I was going to ask out of character, what time of the year are we traveling in? Is it cool temperatures, warm temperatures?
This area is fairly temperate, so it's going to probably drop down to the, 40s or 50s Fahrenheit in the evening, maybe mid 70s during the day.
Oh, okay, so
Probably
don't have to worry
late,
about meal.
middle or late spring, we'll say.
Okay. We may have established that before, but I just wanted to find out. So yeah, no, he just Olmar's just preparing a small little fire there and cooking up a
Are you going to set a
of,
watch?
hot water. Yes, definitely, he's going to set a watch. So since Olmar's already cooking, he said he offers to take the first watch because he's going to put the fire out after he finishes making his tea. Yeah, it's a habit he picked up while traveling at sea. This tea was all the rage there since other drinks were not as available, but tea was something that, besides rum, and yeah,
Perhaps
so
maybe some tej if you made your way down to Chult.
just a bit, a little taste, yeah, all the way down there in the south. But yes,
I would note to keep
first
in
watch.
mind that Felix does not have dark vision. I do not believe you have anything that gives you dark vision. Do you, Felix, being a halfling?
No, I don't. I can cast light.
Do you have the light cantrip?
Okay.
I do have light cantrip. I also can cast the alarm spell as a
Ooh,
ritual.
That's true.
So I can
Ooh,
put
very
in
nice.
put a perimeter. I believe it is 20-foot cube.
Oh yes, you could
Um,
totally do the pavilion that you're resting in. You wouldn't even necessarily even have to set a watch then if using the alarm spell. Unless, of course, arch wizards are looking for you and they dispel it.
don't think
Yeah.
we're that wanted yet.
Exactly. And I think you, as an Order of
Notice he
Scribes
said
wizard,
yet.
I think as an Order of the Scribes wizard, you can cast ritual spells with a normal casting time, or have you gotten that ability yet?
It is. I can do that, but it's only once per day,
Gotcha.
I believe.
So yeah, you can if you want to do that instead, Felix, you can totally set up the alarm, and that does last for 8 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Um,
And how many people can you use for the alert for that? Is it just you, or can
I
you allow
mean,
your companions to be alerted as well?
I think I can allow companions.
Oh, we can search it here.
Um, when you cast a spell, you designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. It doesn't say. It doesn't give a number.
Okay. An area within range.
Also,
Yeah, I think it's just an
choose whether
alarm.
the alarm is mental or
Mm-hmm.
audible. So it can just be inside our head, in my head,
Okay.
or if it's audible, it'll hit everyone will hear it. So I think I'd go audible.
Do an audible one. Okay. That way everyone can hear it. That and that. Okay. So your character would probably do this. Probably designate certain creatures like squirrels and chipmunks and things like that aren't going to set the alarm off. You know, they are tiny creatures, so you wouldn't want them setting it off, obviously. So I'm not going to make you go specifics on that. So you can definitely set it up to where small woodland creatures aren't going to bother you. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
able to set up. Takes Hannibal a bit of time to get the oxen settled into the area, but you're able to pull the wagon around, set up your camp, and go ahead and rest for the night. Who wants to be our random encounter roller to see if anything happens during the evening? We've already seen that Hannibal is not rolling well tonight.
Not it.
Touching his
Okay,
nose, he's
I
not
guess
it.
that would be
I rolled
Olmar.
I rolled a 19 and a 1 on the last roll, so
All right, Olmore, give me a die 20, please. All right. The night goes by uneventfully. The alarm spell does not go off. Everyone gets the benefits of your long rest. You didn't even have to take your watches, and you awake in the morning, prepare to break your fast, and set your camp together and start on your way again.
Okay.
You're traveling, you get about right to here, about midway through the day. And if you would, Olmer, give me another d20, please. Again, fairly
Fine.
uneventful. The weather seems to be fairly nice. The sun's shining. Really no sign of rain just today. And you're able to make your way to through the in between the hillocks and the hills, over down near the area of Wyvern Tor to make another camp for the night. Again,
Okay.
doing the same preparation from the previous evening, you're able to set up your camp. Felix could set up the alarm spell ready to go, and you make camp for the night. So go ahead and give me one more d20 if you would, please, Ulmer. Perfect.
4.
That's you wanted to roll low for these random encounters.
Nice.
So yes,
Get all
you're
those
able.
low ones out of the way.
There you go, exactly. So the next morning, you're able to break camp and make your way to Wyvern Tor. If you would just give me one moment. Wyvern Tor itself is a fairly sizable hill, as I mentioned, visible from 20 miles away. So as you had made camp the night before, you could see Wyvern Tor in the distance. It's with there's miles of rugged terrain on its flanks and slopes. But if everyone could go ahead and give me a group perception or survival check, you can use either one, perception or survival, and we'll consider that part of the group check. All right, this is Hannibal Crit. We're going to say it only takes you about an hour to search the area to find this location. Give me a moment, and I'll go ahead and bring your characters over. Shale Wren, of course, is with you as well. For those watching, if you're not familiar, Shale Wren is the NPC cleric that is traveling with the party.
She doesn't say much, but she's awesome in a fight. She passes out band-aids like candy. It's awesome.
She seems to need to a lot, yes.
Here lately. Hopefully that's not a trend.
All right, we'll bring you over to the map. You should have your vision enabled to where you can see down here to the south where your characters are.
Yes.
Shift that for you right there. And as you get close to where you think this camp is, the faint smell of smoke hangs in the air as you ascend a rugged ridge on the lower slopes of the hill. About 50 yards away, you see a cave mouth that opens at the bottom of a ravine. Hunkered down by a boulder 20 yards outside the cave, evidently keeping watch, is a
I think
single.
we just lost
Oh,
Hannibal.
our cameras are all crazy.
Yeah, we just lost Hannibal.
No worries. We can
There.
wait for Hannibal to come back.
Okay, so you were saying that hunkered down is something?
Yes, up here to the north, you see a lone bugbear,
Lone bugbear.
seemingly keeping guard, keeping watch.
At the mouth of the cave. Okay.
Yeah, you
okay.
should be able to see it right up here.
I see it. I had to scroll up. Got it.
Also, again, we always like to talk about how this is a learning stream as well to teach players about Roll20 and D&D and stuff like that. For example, all of the characters have their certain, each token has their light for dynamic lighting. So if it were dark and it was not like a dungeon or something like that, Felix has a 20-foot ring around them that emits 20 foot of bright light and then 20 foot of dim light for representing a light spell, a light cantrip or a torch. Obviously, Hannibal and Ulmer have dark vision, as does Shaelrin. Pardon me. And they, in a dungeon, they wouldn't normally be able to see as far as they can on this map. However, if you click on the daylight, if you activate daylight on the map, you'll be able to see in areas that aren't set up behind the dynamic lightings, which allows them to see the bugbear all the way up here to the north. But it does not seem as if the bugbear has taken note of you. You still are a bit of still a ways away.
Hmm. Well, Olmore kind of crouches down and tries to take a little cover and uh, gets out his sword already, but then he asks and he thinks about it. He says, what do you think, guys? What do you want to do? You want to talk to him, or should we just go get him?
Shailran does kind of pipe up, as she does every once in a while. She says, "My dear Ulmer, these are marauders that have been waylaying, killing travelers and merchants. I'm pretty sure, even with your silver tongue, that they're probably not apt to talk."
Oh, I thought he might want tea. Um, just kidding. Let's go kill the bastard.
But I do like your idea of perhaps sneaking up there.
Uh, yeah. Let's sneak up. Maybe we can get up along this ridge here on the top and just to the right of us and kind of go up and then maybe sneak along the top or along the tree line. Maybe there's some bushes and trees we can have some cover. If we go down to this ravine, he's sure to see us.
Forgive me if you've said it. How deep is that ridge?
It is about 5 feet up. It is difficult terrain to get up here unless you have a climb speed. So it will take about 10 feet of movement to get up there, but you could easily get up there. Yes, you don't have to. It doesn't require any climbing equipment or anything like that.
I was thinking more of getting back down after we take our pot shots.
Oh no, you could easily with you as a monk, you could easily jump down without a problem.
Olmore gets to the top and he just takes one of his javelins out and the non-sharp end he kind of sticks it down for anybody, Felix or Hannibal, if they want to. I'm sure Hannibal might not, but he says, "Hey Felix," he whispers, "Hey Felix," like he can just grab a hold of the javelin and he can just kind of pull him right up.
Yeah, I'll grab a hold and do that.
Okay.
Do
Go ahead and
do we
let's.
want me to try and put him to sleep,
You might be able
or do we
to.
want to save that?
You do know that the you've only been adventuring for perhaps a week from your travel from Neverwinter down here, but this might be a little bugbears. You do have an idea, especially being an order of scribes. I'm not going to make you make a history check for this or anything like that. But bugbears, they are goblinoids, but they are definitely more powerful than goblins. So far, you've just faced some ruffians and some goblins in combat. But go ahead and give me an Arcana check instead of having to make a history check.
Oh yes. We've been adventuring for a whole week. Oh, experienced travelers. Experienced travelers. Adventurers extraordinaire.
Yeah, even with because your passive Arcana is 15, this creature might be a little. You have to have a really powerful sleep spell in order to put this creature to sleep. AKA, you'd have to roll really high, fairly high on your dice.
Right. All right.
But keep in mind,
Let's
it's
just,
their hit points, so if someone damages them and you're able to then get a sleep off afterward, you might be able to put them to sleep. But let's go ahead, Felix. I'm going to move Felix up here with everyone else. And let's go ahead and give me a group stealth check, if everyone would, to see if the group can approach stealthily. And then we will compare that to the passive perception of the bugbear. And Shailran is wearing a breastplate, so she does not have disadvantage on the stealth check for you guys.
Oh, yes, very nice. Forgot about that.
But we do have a 17 and a 21, so we're going to consider that a group stealth check, a successful group check, as only half of the group needs to succeed in order for it to be a successful group check. So what we're going to do, let's see, that's a difference of 4. We're going to say a passive of 19 is needed in order to see your characters, and I can guarantee you, without even opening the character sheet, that the bugbear does not have a passive perception of 19. So you can start sneaking your way along the ridge.
All right. Bullmore starts to follow Hannibal. It's kind of moving along. Starting to move up and around. Kind of gets on this side of the trees and kind of waits for Hannibal and the rest of everyone to catch up.
Okay.
Are these trees or bushes?
Oh, these are trees.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
this
they
little
can-
one here would be a bush. This little one here could be a bush.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to use our stealth here, just
Did we lose
keeping out
Hannibal?
of line of sight.
Did your token Oh, there's Hannibal.
Oh,
I
I'm there.
he was under Olmore's big foot, I think.
Hello, Thorns and Roses. Thank you very, very much. I hope your games and streams are awesome today as well.
Some thorns and roses. Cool.
So yeah, you can hear the bugbear. I mean, he's not. He's keeping watch, looking about here and there. But your group, with your group stealth check, is fairly quiet.
Okay.
Shelrin does suggest, kind of pulls on Ulmer's tunic and Felix's robe to perhaps maybe stop and discuss what your plan of attack is.
Oh, we need a plan? Oh, okay,
Well,
sure.
There is a
Let's,
large cave mouth behind him, so if he's guarding, it's probably guarding for other marauders. So we might want to do our best not to, cast spells like Thunderwave and things like that are definitely going to draw attention.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Well, I'll sneak up there, and I'll throw a javelin and stick him in the neck, and that he won't be able to cry out. And then when he goes down, we'll just go up to the mouth of the cave and look inside and peek in there and see if there's anybody else in there, and then we can do some magic, or you guys can do magic, or maybe I can do a little. But what do you think?
Are you sure that your javelin is enough to take it down?
Oh no, I was just trying to keep him quiet. But yeah, that would be a hard shot. I don't think I could hit him right in the throat first time. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else have a plan?
What spells do you have prepared today, Felix?
Got Chill Touch, Sleep, Mind Sliver, Cautious Caustic Brew.
Ooh, if you have Tasha's Caustic Brew, that might be very helpful if there's more of them inside. Shelrin says. A very
It'll
fine
be
cost.
drawing more out though.
Yes, of course, we'll have to probably head inside afterwards, but a nicely placed caustic brew, followed up by a sleep spell, might help out. If there are more inside, I will prepare Bane, or would you prefer I bless you? She asks.
Hey, can you affect with Bane?
Bless. I don't know about Bane, but Bless sounds pretty cool.
Bane is basically the opposite of what Bless is for the monsters. She explains.
In that case, yeah, stick it to him.
And if we get in a pinch, she says if we get in a pinch, she can throw up her Twilight Domain around you.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Is your chill touch a touch spell?
No, it is a distance, long distance.
She says, that might change in a few months. Sorry, playtest material has chill touch actually going to a touch spell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the new books that coming out for the 50th anniversary. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a big change because it's always been a distance spell.
Okay.
I think it's mostly because of the
Let's-
confusion on it, but I think they might still keep it ranged because I think in Baldur's Gate 3 it's called Bone Chill now instead of Chill Touch.
yeah.
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 The other part of the chill, you assume
Undead.
it'd be an ice spell, but it's not.
Nec-
It's a necrotic.
Yeah. So you have your Chill Touch. Elmer has his Javelin. What about Hannibal? You have your darts?
I've got darts for flavor. They're ninja stars, but
Ninja stars. Do they have a dragon in the center?
Shurikens, yeah.
There are not many
Shuriken.
tankards of ale.
Little tankards of
those are
dwarven
called
ale.
nippers. We have to drink them.
Just... All right.
And
Yeah.
she does mention that she does still have her Toll the Dead. The problem is that it's going to cause a ringing. Let me double check that for you before she does anything, because I think it's just on the creature.
Okay.
It does fill the air around it for a moment, so she's going to hold off on that. She'll just go ahead, and I think she has a light crossbow, I believe, maybe? No, she has a short bow. She'll fire her short bow once everyone's in position. And she's ready when you are.
So should we go a little more north and kind of come at it straight on?
If that's what you want. She's probably going to pop out right here and fire her bow.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I need to get a bit closer for my shurikens.
more will just kind of go right in here within the trees,
Okay.
and just keep cover within the trees there. To until it's time for him to pop out and
Yeah.
throw his javelin.
You're still hidden, so if you want to, for vision purposes, you can move up to there.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing for you, Hannibal. You can move up to here for vision. Does
Okay,
that allow
I
you to
don't want
see?
to pop out and see us.
There we go. Hannibal was set right there.
Up here, so I've got a good line of sight on him.
Okay.
Still a little distance.
Okay, you can see from there. Hannibal, perfect. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is allow all of you, since you are all sneaking, again, the Bugbear does not have a passive perception of 19, so all of you to make your first attack roll before we start initiative. If the Bugbear is still standing after everyone attacks, then we will roll an initiative. Because you are hidden and unseen by the defender, you will all have advantage on your attack roll. So let's go ahead and start with Felix at the top, then we'll do Hannibal, and then we'll do Ulmer, and then we'll do Shailrin last. So Felix,
Okay.
go ahead. Chill touch on the Bugbear.
Ugh.
With advantage, that
11.
will miss. Hannibal, your darts. A 19 will hit. Anything else for you, Hannibal? Do you want to use move forward? Are darts a monk weapon?
I believe they are.
So did you want to step forward? Is your bonus action unarmed attack only if you attack with a monk weapon or a monk melee weapon?
Melee.
Double checking.
For those of you that are interested too, for our players, I do have everything shared from the compendium in Roll20 here for this game room. So if you need to look anything up, you can easily check the compendium. Obviously, if you have your own D&D Beyond account, you can pop up in another tab and check it through there as well.
I can only make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, so
That's what I was saying. So if did you want to jump down and do your bonus action with your unarmed strike?
might as well.
Okay. So if you want, you can go ahead and jump down over here and then make your unarmed strike bonus action. Unless you want to spend a key.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows. I'm gonna do 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, perfect. Are you blessed? She did not cast bless on you, by the way. So the 16 will hit, but the 15 will miss. Actually, you have advantage. That's a 22. So yes, both of those will hit. For 6. And 6 for 12. Nice. All right, Ulmer, your javelin.
Oh, yes.
13 will miss, unfortunately.
All right.
And Shailrin will fire her short bow. An AC of 20 for 8 piercing. And the viewers are laughing as he is down to 1 hit point. It is initiative.
Oh, 1 hit
He
point.
is at 1 hit point.
If I could have got him in the throat.
Son of a bitch. Nice,
Olmor
Felix.
could have got him in the throat.
At least I threw those 18.
Nailed it.
Whew, the bugbear is going to be going last. Felix, you're up. Again, your attacks are back to normal now.
Yeah. Mind Sliver.
Attempting
Intelligence DC 13.
attempting the bugbear's intelligence saving throw. It will fail, and you will kill it.
Yes.
All right. What would you like to do with the corpse?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As stealthily as I can, I would like to start dragging him away and putting him away from the mouth of the cave there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another group. Go ahead and give me another group stealth check.
Okay. Try to be quiet
I'd
about
also like to loot it.
it. Good call.
To do what? I'm sorry.
Loot. He would like.
Oh
to
yes. Oh yes. The bugbear had on its person. Oh, I didn't open the character sheet. Yeah. He didn't have any particular coin on him, but I believe he has a morning star and 3 javelins.
Ooh, javelins.
He does have a shield
Or javelin.
and some really ratty hide armor.
I'll take those javelins and add it to my inventory, unless somebody else wants one.
I think you're the only one that can use the javelins, so have at
I'm
it.
down 1. Anyway, can I recover the one I threw, or is it?
Yes, you can recover the one you threw.
Okay. Cool. All right.
The only thing I would say that you would not be able to recover like thrown weapon is if you roll a crit 1, and then you might have to.
Okay.
Then you might just have to use a mending spell on it or something to fix it.
Yeah,
But
hit
like,
the rock and broke.
yeah, the only thing that's you only get half of them back is your arrows. So if you fire 1 arrow, you can get that back. If you fire 2 arrows, you can only get 1 of them back. Fire 3, you get 2 of them back. Fire 4, you get 2 of them back. So that is a 14 and a 21 for your stealth checks. So that we're going to average that out to a 16. So anything with a passive perception of 16 or higher is going to have an idea of where your characters are. But you do not hear anything coming towards the mouth of the cave. But everyone, give me a perception check, please. Hannibal, you don't have to with your passive of 15. You're good to go.
Perception. There we go.
And I'm also going to go ahead and change my name here a little bit.
Change dice.
That way I can not have to keep opening Shailrin's character sheet. She has AC of 18. Passive perception of 15. And a spell save DC of 13. All right. That way I do not have to keep opening those up for her. So Master Judges, the DM, is also controlling the NPC Shale. All right. So Hannibal, as you're there by the entrance, what languages do you speak, Hannibal?
I'm fairly certain I speak Common. And
Maybe
it's
Dwarvish?
Scrolling down, Dwarvish, and Undercommon.
Okay. They are speaking in a tongue you're not really familiar with. But you do hear perhaps maybe 2 or 3 voices, but then you also hear a fourth, rather robust and deep voice.
I'll let the party know.
Okay. And Shailrin kind of looks to the rest of
here. We want to try to make some noise out here, lure a couple out, or try to sneak in?
Ooh. Let's draw them out like rabbits. Right out of the burrow.
Getting trapped in the entrance.
Pardon?
Get them trapped in the entrance so that they're
Kind of like
got a short
bottleneck them, like have
area to come through.
Ulmer like right here raging.
Yeah, that's good. Elmore is stuck in the trees again. Can you move him out?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. All right, so yeah, I can post up right here and just get ready. And if you guys say that, I could do some rage and be ready to just slice and dice as they come through. You guys could throw stuff over my shoulder.
As you get there, Ulmer, give me another perception check. This time with
Okay.
advantage.
Buddy.
You hear they're speaking Orcish.
Ooh, okay. All right.
What are you gonna
are they saying?
They're just talking about plunder and stuff like that.
I'll kind of lean back and whisper. I'll share that with everyone. I said they're speaking Orcish. We had a bugbear. Might be some orcs in here. Get ready for a nasty fight.
What are you going to say
As
to draw them out?
I yell inside. Well, I make sure everyone's ready. Is everybody ready?
Sharon
Okay.
gives you the thumbs up.
All right. I yell in there in Orcish, in kind of a guttural type Orcish that's kind of mimicking what their pattern of speech, and just sort of like shout in there an insult, basically telling that they're so weak that they're afraid to come out in the daylight.
All
And
right.
there's an elf out here waiting for them.
All right. So first, give me a intimidation check. I'm going to let you make it an advantage since you were speaking in the tongue that they're speaking.
Okay.
This is going to depend on what answers the call. Oh, a 19. You hear an orcish. Oh, God, go see what that is. And let me remove the lighting barrier. And we'll roll initiative when we get back from our break. It is a little bit after the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and take a small break. As Ulmer, you see a rather large ogre coming to check out what is outside the cave entrance.
Oh, the ogre.
So
Of course,
we're
of course.
going to take a small little break here. For those watching, go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, refresh your beverages, grab some snacks and such, and we will be back here in a little while to roll some initiative and see if our intrepid adventurers are going to be able to survive against the ogre. And you notice a couple more bugbear and an orc back there as well. All right, please stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, and in some a dire predicament. It looks like. All right, you guys ready to do this? Let's go ahead and roll initiative. You shouted your challenge. Because of your challenge, I'm going to go ahead and just until the end of the first round, since you succeeded on your intimidation check, I'm going to give the bugbears and the orc that you see there the frightened condition until the end of the round. Or I should say until the end of their turn, let's say.
Oh, okay.
The ogre, not so much.
It's the elf. They're afraid of the elf.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative for the ogre. And then for the orc. And then for the bugbears. We'll have the bugbears go on the same turn since they're the same type of creature. We'll put Shailrin in the initiative order as well. And we will sort descending. First to act again, yet again, is Felix, your wizard.
Okay. Ogres aren't exactly known for their intelligence. I can just barely see the sliver of his shoulder. At least I think it's his shoulder. It could be his forehead. I don't really know what to do. I've got.
Yes, you can see the token right there. You can target him.
Then I'm going to target him with a Mind Sliver.
Okay.
So that's a DC 13, 2 damage if it hits.
Oh!
And it doesn't.
That's what you get for insulting an ogre's intelligence. Any movement for Felix?
I think I might. No, I think I'm going to stay right here. I'm
Okay.
out of reach of. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to climb up onto the embankment and go to here.
Okay.
So at least they have to try and climb up to get me.
Okay.
Well, the smaller ones will.
Do you want to continue on your movement around this way to kind of get a better glimpse, to maybe eventually make your way up here to where you can see inside the cave entrance a little better up here, or no?
No, because right here I have a good line of sight that's straight in without having to worry about any of my companions.
Okay. All right, so next up is the orc. He cannot move closer to the source of his fear, which is Ulmer, but he is going to move up to here, and he is going to attempt to throw a javelin at disadvantage because of being afraid of Ulmer. So Ulmer, AC of 18.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. For 5
Yeah.
piercing, even with disadvantage. The
Yeah.
bugbears are up, and they are frightened as well. They're going to attempt to throw a javelin as well. So what is your current AC with your shield and your weapon?
16.
16. So this one's going to be throwing at an AC. You're going to have a little bit of cover from the big ass ogre in front of you. So they're going to be shooting at an AC of 18 instead. But disadvantage, of course. 9 will miss, and the other one, a 16 will hit for 5 piercing again. Oh my goodness.
Ouch.
Wasn't that to an 18 now?
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. At 18, yes, correct. So you will not take that extra 5. Good call. Good call.
Okay.
Good call.
Thank you.
And then the ogre is up. And the ogre will just swing its great club. Ooh.
Oh.
Putting Ulmer on the ground.
Oh. No.
Oh, wait. It doesn't put Ulmer to the ground because Ulmer is a half orc.
Half orc.
You're
1 hit
dropped
point.
down to 1.
Oof.
Shailrin is up. The first thing she is going to do, now that things have changed a little bit, Let's see. She's going to immediately use a bonus action to cast a healing word on Ulmer. For 4 healing back to Ulmer. And then she is going to go ahead and activate her Twilight Sanctuary.
Twilight Sanctuary.
Actually, let me. I want to put something in there.
Okay.
I want to put that the actual dice roll. It's the dice 6 plus their cleric level, so we'll just have to adjust it whenever she levels. Temp, HP, 1d6 plus 2. All right. So at the end of your turn, you will gain 5 temporary hit points, and I'll re-roll that for her every round. And let me go ahead and put up her aura. Has a 30-foot aura, 30-foot radius? Yes. Okay.
So that's every round?
At the end of your turn, yes. Now, if she rolls less than what, like if, say, for example, you don't, because it's temporary hit points, you don't, temporary hit points don't stack. You just take whatever the most is. So, for example,
Okay.
at the end of your turn, if this round she gives you 5 and you haven't taken any damage, and she rolls 4 the next time, you just keep your 5. But if she rolls higher than that, you would increase your temporary hit points up to whatever they are that she rolled. And she is going to go ahead and stay put where she's at, and she is going to pull out her Warhammer. I think she has a Warhammer, I believe. That she does. And her shield. And stay put in case Ulmer needs more healing. Hannibal, you're up.
If Ulmer's on the ground, am I able to get into the mouth of the cave or not really?
You can get right over to here if you want to still attack the ogre because it's still touching there. Ulmer's not down. Ulmer as an orc. He was
I've got
dropped.
5 hit points now.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I had 1, and now I got 5. He's up. He's just, got a bloody nose. And a bloody ear. And a bloody leg. Coughing a few spittle droplets out. But
Little bit.
other than that, he's
Little
great.
Gonna poke him with my staff.
All right. An 11 will hit on the number.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do my straight unarmed strike, not my flurry.
Okay. And that will miss, unfortunately. Anything else?
Just cry a little.
All right, Ulmer, you're up.
All right. Yeah, so as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and rage.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and viciously swing my Moon-Touched longsword at the ogre.
Okay. 6 or 12 will hit.
Okay, great.
For 11. Nice.
And I will bang my sword against the shield and just say, bring it.
All right.
And in turn.
Felix, top of round 2. You are up. You definitely have a really good sight on the ogre now.
All right. Well, I can't do the Tasha's yet because I think that's a line and I need to be up close to him. So I'm going to just try and hit him with a chill touch.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to say it because that'll jinx it. Yeah, jinxed it anyway.
Oh, you said it.
10 will miss. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I think I'm gonna stay here until the ogre's down,
Okay.
or until something else comes. Unless something else comes out, I'm gonna stay here for now.
All right. The orc is up, and the orc is going to yell at the ogre, "Back up a little bit, you big brute!" And is going to attempt to throw another javelin at Ulmer this time. So, Ulmer, you'll have a +2 to your AC, so your AC is now 18 as well.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, Hannibal. Hannibal AC is 17 now because of the stuff. But that will actually hit still with a 19 for 6 piercing on Hannibal.
I like it.
Next up is the Bugbears. They really, this one I'm going to have a shot at Ulmer. So Ulmer is actually going to have 5 to your AC because of the cover and being around all of the kind of where you're set up there at the entrance. So your AC is going to be +5, so 21, I believe, for this attack, right?
Oh, okay. Yep. +5.
Will miss. And this one is going to move over here, but he's not going to get a shot. The ogre is up. The ogres are very brutish and not too bright. First thing he's going to do is he's going to swing at Ulmer again. Dropping Ulmer to the ground. And then he is going to back up to there, which will allow Hannibal to take an attack of opportunity if you wish, Hannibal.
Always.
Nice. Oof. All right. He is finished. Shailrin is up. She is going to reach down. Don't forget also for Felix to add your 5 temporary hit points.
Right.
Actually, I'm going to do this real quick to set up your tokens. Again, teaching some stuff every once in a while. We're going to actually change your red bars from your AC to actually your temp hit points. Oops.
Okay, so I've got the 1 hit point left. Am I prone, or am I dead?
No, you
being
that,
a half orc?
I believe that only is once a day, isn't it?
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah,
Didn't
double
say
check
anything
your-
about once. Didn't say anything about once per day. It's a relentless endurance. It's when you're reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead. Oh, there it goes. You can't use this until a long rest. Gotcha. Once
Gotcha,
per day.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
No
0.
problem. So let me go ahead and put everyone's set up there to where they can have their HP temp real quick. Oh, you're getting ready to get healed, though. Don't worry. You're getting ready to get healed.
Okay. She rolled a 5, right, for HP temp?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
so you're still up. You're only taking 2 points of damage.
Yeah. So I was okay. So
Yeah, you were only taking 2 points of damage.
okay. So I'm only 3 then, and not prone.
And then
Okay, so I'm
Ulmer,
not-
don't forget you would have
yeah.
taken also on your turn, Ulmer. You've only taken 1 actual hit point of damage.
Oh, wait. Okay, so. 4.
Just setting this up so you can see, everyone can see your temp hit points. Don't forget when you put it in your bar, adjust that actually on your. So I'm going to set it up to where you can actually add those temporary hit points on your actual token itself. So make sure when you click on your token, you can hit the cog wheel on it,
Okay.
and when you do that, put it in both squares of the bar.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Hannibal, actually, you'll actually be at 0 temporary hit points, Hannibal, but you'll be at 24 normal hit points. Do you see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So Sheldon's going to use another spell. She's going to cast Cure Wounds on Ulmer for 6 healing
Okay.
as her action. And then at the end of her turn, her Twilight Sanctuary, is going to be 5. So again, at the end of your turn, if you don't have any temporary hit points, you'll go back up to 5. All right. So Hannibal. And what happened to Hannibal's token?
I am not sure. I was changing my hit points.
No worries.
I still have a token. I have a token settings window open that I can't interact with. It just let me close it. Cool.
Okay, so you have 24 maximum right now. Oops. Yeah, go ahead and set your hit points to 24 out of 25. So go ahead and take your point of damage. And at the end of your turn, you can go ahead and add the 5 temporary hit points back up. And let me put you actually back into the initiative as well, which I can do just by doing this, Did it not roll it? And we are having a bit of trouble with Roll20 this evening.
Hey,
Want me to try to roll it?
The music.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your initiative in, if you would, please.
We will do.
And we'll put you back up into whatever you rolled before, which was a 6 or something like that. Is the delay for you too, or did it already pop up on your end? Oh, there we go.
Popped up on my end. 12.
All right. So Hannibal, you are up.
So now, am I able to get in there or no?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You can move through there. There came my rolls.
There they are, finally.
Yay, internet.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Sorry if you might hear my familiar looking for me. All right, Hannibal, go ahead.
I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
All right.
That was sad.
A 5 will miss. Oh my goodness, Hannibal, your rolls tonight.
I'm going to burn my other key point and do 2 more unarmed strikes.
Good call. Oh my goodness. A 7 and a 6. Perhaps it might be because of the size of this creature. I mean, it is massive. Especially only having fought goblins and ruffians so far. This is might be a little bit intimidating. But at the end of your turn, go ahead and take back 5 more temporary hit points. And Ulmer, you're up.
Okay. Quick question about my temporary hit points. I had 5, and then I had taken them down, so I'd subtract how many from my temporary hit points? 4? And I only have 1 left. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Because of your raging.
Okay.
Yeah, because of raging.
Okay. All right.
And at the end of your turn, it'll go back up to 5.
Okay, so I'm down to that 1, and I will go ahead and step up and stand beside Hannibal and swing with my longsword.
That will hit.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay. That's more like it.
That is
One
indeed.
more shouts.
And then at the end of your turn, put yourself back up to 5 temporary hit points.
All right.
Top of round 3, Felix, you are up.
Let's try chill touch again. Still got sight over Hannibal and Olmore, so
Sure.
Olmore.
A
That
12 will
one.
hit. As his number is
Damage.
11. 5 necrotic. Okay. And he is not undead, so it's not the other effect won't affect him. Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15 to here.
Okay.
And yeah, that'll be it.
All right, the orc is up. Finally, you big lug, he says, and moves up by Ulmer. He's going to swing his great axe. Let me double check his. I think that's just for movement. Yep. Swing his great axe at Ulmer. 13 will miss. The bugbears again will kind of just stand back here and heave their last javelins, as they've thrown 2 so far, only 3 on them. Again at Ulmer with a +5 to your AC, so you have an AC of 21. Missing. And the same thing from the other one. Hitting for 2 piercing. So take those
Piercing,
off
okay.
your temporary. It would be 4, but it's just reduced to 2 because of your rage.
Got it.
And then Gog is a little perturbed from getting stuck with the longsword this time, and is going to keep attacking Ulmer. AC of 16 will hit Ulmer on the nose for 5 bludgeoning. So 3 of your temp will be gone and just 2 normal hit points.
All right.
Shaelrin is up. She's going to really hope that Ulmer is going to be able to stay up in this battle. And she is going to kind of step up over here. Check her line of sight. She can see all 4 of them. And she is going to go ahead and cast her last spell of Bane.
Bane. There it is.
To
Anti-bless.
3 creatures of her choice. She's going to target the ogre, the orc, and this bugbear down here. Unfortunately, she does not have higher level spell slots yet. But her DC save is a 13, so they all need to make a charisma saving throw. So we'll go for the ogre first. The ogre is baned.
Nice.
Oops, there we go. Da-da-da.
You know it's going to be good when the material component is a drop of blood. Bane spell.
Checking for the orc will fail as well. And checking for the bugbear down there. Failing also. All 3 of them are now baned. They have a minus D4 to their attack rolls and their saving throws.
Yes.
Hannibal, you're
That's
up.
good.
All right. Hannibal looks at Ulmer and says, maybe we should have gone to the orchard.
Do you have your inspiration, Hannibal?
I do.
Does anyone not have their inspiration?
No, I still have mine.
All right.
That being said, I'm throwing my inspiration down on this attack and maybe hitting.
All right. And I will let you have it back right immediately after.
All right. Nice.
For 4 bludgeoning on the orc, or the ogre. Yep.
Hmm. Get him down.
And the 10 will miss, unfortunately. Anything else?
I like them apples.
Ulmer. Oh shoot!
All
Give
right.
me a chance to. I forgot to roll Shaelren's Twilight Sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
We're just going to do that over here, so I don't have to pull up the thing every time. Oops. So everyone would get 4 temporary back. So if you don't have any at the end of your turn, you will gain 4. So you are up, Ulmer.
All right. Still trying to hack away at this big lug in front of me with the moon touch sword.
An 8, unfortunately, will miss.
And that would be it for Ulmer.
All right, Felix.
Let's see. I've got just a line of sight on I think that's the ogre or the orc here. I think I'm gonna hit him. Try and hit him with a chill touch.
The orc.
Yeah.
Oh, that will hit
18
for 7.
or
Whew.
7 damage.
Excellent.
Nice. Any movement?
No, I think I learned my lesson last time about staying too close, and I'm gonna stay back.
All right, fair enough. The orc is up. They're going to attack Ulmer again, but they will have a minus D4 to their attack roll. It won't matter. A 7 is going to miss. The bugbears are up again. They're without javelins as they have no more javelins. So they're just going to kind of move up here, pulling out their morning stars, just waiting for their chance to get in there. The ogre is up. It's going to swing its great club with a minus D4. Ooh, unfortunately, that is a crit. So that is going to be 8 points. 8 plus 6 is 14 points. So 4 points off of your temporary Hannibal, and then of course the extra will take you down to 0 again.
Hannibal or Ulmer?
All right.
Is that Hannibal or Ulmer?
That was on Ulmer. Yes.
Okay. So, what was the points again?
A,
So back
a
down to
total of
0.
it was 0.
Oh, look, 12.
Yeah, so you're actually down 2-0 now again because it would have been 10 after. Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Shaelren is out of spells now, however. She is going to kind of step over Ulmer and swing. Actually, no, she's not. She's going to. She is out of spells. She's going to go ahead and toll the dead on the orc down below.
Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong.
Attempting the wisdom save for the orc. He's going to fail, taking him down to 1 hit point. She's going to step up over to protect Ulmer's body. Hannibal, you're up.
I think I'm gonna throw a shuriken at this one.
You will be at disadvantage. Keep in mind.
Never mind, I'll swing my quarterstaff.
Okay.
With inspiration.
Okay. Critting.
Oh,
Nice.
it.
For 11 points. The ogre is barely up.
Punch.
That will hit. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Oh, he's got one left. Maybe.
He's got one left.
Got one. No.
Luckily, the viewers can see the actual numbers on the screen, and you can watch. You guys watch the VOD to see that this is really how it was happening with the bugbear. All of the combatants that you guys have fought in this battle have dropped. You've gotten down to 1 hit point with all of your attacks, each one of them.
Oh, that's insane.
Anything else for Hannibal?
All set.
All right, Ulmer. At the
Death
end of your turn, please give me a death saving throw and roll a natural 20.
Okay. I will try to. Oh, move that. Ready?
A 13. That is a
Fine.
success, though. That is still a success.
Okay, good. Good. Yes, yes.
Top of the round, Felix, you're up.
All right. Hey, Mitch, did you roll the temp for Shailrin on her last turn?
Yes, it was a 4.
Okay. I'm gonna. Let's see. Which one should I chill touch? The ogre or the orc?
Your
Go
gut.
for
You
the
went.
ogre.
I was gonna say you went with your gut last time. Totally up to you. Yeah, ogre. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go for the ogre. That one. If the orc is anything like Olmor, then it'll stay up even if I hit it. But,
Oh, that will
All right.
hit.
and 5 necrotic.
Yeah.
Gog is down.
What was his name?
Gog.
Dog? Dog. Okay. Yeah.
G-O-G. Gog.
Gog. Gog. That's what I thought.
I thought you were saying dog.
They said, well, I heard dog at the first time, and then when we were outside of the cave, then I heard Gog, and then I was dog. All right. Dog's down. Good job.
Any movement,
Chill touch.
Felix?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna scramble down and come over to here. That should be all 25 feet of my movement.
Okay. All right, so the orc is up. It is going to swing at Shailrin with its great axe. An AC of 18 minus a D4 is going to miss Shailrin with her AC of 18.
Nice.
Because it's going to roll at least a 1 from the Bane. This bugbear, the bugbears are up next. They have pulled out their morning stars. They're going to move up to here and here respectively. One is going to attack Hannibal with its morning star for 11 piercing Hannibal. And the other one is going to attack Shailrin, missing. Shailrin is up next. She is going to go ahead and attack the orc as well with her warhammer. Missing horribly. She is not blessed. Oops, let's turn that off of there. Sorry, I got to make some adjustments right quick on the character sheet. Turn those off. And Hannibal, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna go to the one straight to my left
Okay.
with the stick.
Okay. That will miss. Bonus action. That will hit on the numbers as the bugbears are a little bit more armored. Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Good punch, kick, or whatever you hit.
Flying roundhouse with his massive hairy chest. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Ulmer, another death save, please.
Okay, here we go.
You should be able on your character sheet to be able to click the death save there in the middle of your sheet.
do it right there. Okay, cool.
A 14 is a success.
All right.
So 2 successes.
Yes.
Top of round 6, Felix. You are up.
Move to here. I think I should still have barely
should
minus
be.
8 on the orc. And I do. And might as well go for another chill touch.
Okay. Do you want to use your inspiration? Okay.
A little late to.
A
Yep.
9 will
I
miss.
missed.
No worries, no worries. Okay, the orc is up. The orc attacking Shailrin yet again. 19 minus a d4. Turn off the GM roll. 15 will miss her.
Good.
The bugbears that are up. The bugbear on Shailrin again. Morningstar swing. 17 will miss her AC of 18. And the last bugbear that is on Hannibal will miss with a 13 as well. Whoo!
That Bane is saving our ass.
Yes, Shailrin is up. She is going to once again swing her Morningstar at the orc. Or, I'm sorry, her Warhammer. She's going to switch to a Morningstar probably after this battle. 19. What is that extra damage from? Oh, Twilight Sanctuary. That should not be on there. For 0 bludgeoning damage, as she has a strength of 8. Hannibal, you're up.
What just happened? Another two-handed staff swing at the guy to my left.
All right. That will hit on the number. 16 will hit. For 5. Nice. And the unarmed strike will miss. Ulmer, one more death save to stabilize yourself. Oh!
Oh no.
1 failure. And yeah, I forgot. Let me do that again before it comes back around. So your temporary hit points at the end of your turn this round will be 3. So don't forget to add those, Hannibal, to your token. Felix,
Will do.
last chance. Come on, you can do it.
One more try. We got this.
That will
Yes,
hit.
I got it.
And that
5
will be
damage.
enough to kill off Brugger Axebiter. And when Brugger falls, the bugbears are going to drop their morning stars and beg for you to let them flee.
Well,
Shailroom will actually step aside this way. What are you going to do, Hannibal and Felix?
I look to Felix. I could
Say
go
we
either
let
way.
them. I say we let them. We got to deal with Omar now, so as
Do they
long
have
as they
any
leave.
potions? They have any potions or gold on them? Plus letting them leave?
They do not. They leave their morning stars behind, however.
No.
All right, they will flee. They will, of course, leave their morning stars behind. They do have their 6 javelins out there as well, which will take you out of combat. However, Ulmer, give me one more death saving throw.
oh.
A 9 will fail. That is 2 failures. Someone will have to give Ulmer a potion of healing, and Shailrin will give Ulmer hers. So 2d4 plus 2.
Goodness
So
gracious.
5 hit points back. Actually, no, she'll use a. Yeah, she'll give you 5 hit points back, Ulmer.
All right.
For those viewers watching too, unfortunately, Otter was not able to continue with playing the sessions with us on Sunday evenings, so we brought in Sharon, a Twilight Cleric NPC as well. So we can definitely see how much we're missing Pollock, the fourth Ninja Turtle,
Yes.
who was the Twilight Cleric as well. Yes, you can definitely search the cave.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I think I dropped that down. Yeah, I did. Oops. Searching about the cave. Examine the cave walls. You find strange scrawled drawings on the northwest wall. Drawing crudely depicts a lanky goblin with a crystal jutting from its skull. You definitely can tell this doesn't look like any of the Cragmaw goblins that you had encountered in the Cragmaw cave. But looking through the rest of the cave, you do find that Brugor's band plundered several homesteads farther north on their way to Wyvern Tor. You do find an unlocked treasure chest that contains 180 silver. We're going to say 2 gold and 3 vials of perfume worth 5 gold each. Or I'm sorry,
the good
180
stuff.
silver, 7 gold, and 3 vials of perfume worth 5 gold each.
Goods.
There's also 6 javelins. The great club from the ogre's not worth very much. The 2 morning stars as well. So actually, a total of 3 morning stars from the one from the bugbear. So 6 more javelins, 3 morning stars, and then the orc had on them a great axe, and actually had 3 javelins as well. So a total of 9 javelins, in addition to the ones that Ulmer already took. So 9 javelins, a great axe, and 3 morning stars. So you can, once you make it back to the town itself, you can sell those at the provisions shop for half their value.
What were the total of javelins again? Sorry,
You already took 3. Did you already add those 3 to your character sheet?
I did. Yes.
So there was 9 extra.
Okay. Awesome.
Obviously, you wouldn't be able to carry a full 12 on your person, but who
Right.
knows? If you find a quiver of Alana, you never know.
Never know.
So, do you want to rest? Take a short rest here before you head back to the wagon and make your way back to town.
Probably a good idea.
Mhm.
Bust out
Maybe
that
not.
thread. Yep.
Bust out the what?
The thread
We
to
bust
stitch
out that
up the
alarm
wounds.
spell?
Stitch up the wounds.
Fair enough. So, if you want to take a short rest, you totally can take a short rest here if you wish. And let me go ahead and roll this a few more times. See, that was, she did that on the first round, so there's 3 rounds remaining. So she did get a 6. So everyone, make sure to note that you have 8 temporary hit points. In addition, you'll have those until you take a long rest.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, make sure to put those in both of the boxes for your red bar.
Okay.
All right, so you can take the benefits of a short rest. You can sit there and rest for 1 hour, at least an hour, and then you can spend hit dice to help yourself recover.
Yes, please. All right.
Oh, you only
Points
did you only
sorted.
spend did you only spend the one hit dice, or did you want to spend your other hit dice as well?
Might as well do two. I
Because
just did one.
yeah, no, I was gonna say don't forget one of them was for the bard, and the other one should be. Actually, let me open your character sheet, and I'll set that up for you because your hit dice are different. One's a die 8 for the bard, and
Oh.
the other one's a die 12. So give me 1 second, and I'll
Okay.
show you how to set that up. We'll just go to your character sheet again.
Okay.
Learning experience for those not familiar with Roll20. So we can go to your character sheet, and then we go to your settings, and we go to hit dice tracking. Track hit dice per class is on. There we go. We'll set that up for
Okay.
everyone's tokens or everyone's character sheets as well. So give me a second, and I'll set that up, just in case anyone else. Actually, I'm not going to worry about for Hannibal and for Felix. They're probably going to be single class for a little bit. But if they do, all you have to do is go to your settings, open your character sheet. You'll see core bio spells, and then your settings cog. Just click on that, and in the far right hand column, if you scroll down to towards the bottom of that first box, you'll see track hit dice per class, and you want to turn that on.
Okay, so I should roll again.
So you've rolled the first one, which was your die 8. So we'll go ahead and drop that down to 0 there, and then you go ahead and click on your hit dice for the D12. If you open your character sheet, you'll see in the middle right under your hit points now. That
Okay.
will have the D8 and the D12. So go ahead and click on the D12 and drop that available down to 0. Yep. So you get
Okay.
6 back there and 6 back from the other one. So that's a total of 12 back.
Okay.
So you're up to 17 plus 8 temporary.
Nice.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and after your short rest, we're going to move you back out to the main map of the Sword Coast. And it is the top of the hour again, so let's go ahead and take another our final small break. Stretch your legs, refresh your beverages, grab snacks and such, and we'll be back in about 5-6 minutes or so. So please stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Little harrowing fight there for a little bit, wasn't it?
Definitely.
They were.
So you can, having left the confines of the area of the ravine and such from Wyvern Tour, you're able to get back to the oxen and your wagon. You can travel for a little bit, or you can choose to go ahead and travel the rest of the day, as it was. It's probably about midday now, as you had woken from your second night of camping, and about an hour or two into it, we're able to find about an hour or so of traveling more, and then another hour looking for that, and of course your short rest. It's probably close to mid-morning, or I should say close to midday, very close to midday. So you can travel for the rest of the day if you wish, or you can look to set up a camp. That's totally up to you. You did get some fairly good recovery.
Wilmore's down for traveling.
All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll give you 3 more hexes here to get yourselves back out here, to, at least to the road, or near the road at least. And go ahead, Ulmer, if you would, roll me a d20 again. Checking out for any random encounters you might come across. A 14, your travel goes unimpeded.
Oh, nice.
And you're able to almost make your way to the Tribord Trail. But again, setting up your camp as you did on your way to Wyvern Tor, and with your alarm spell and such like that, you're able to lay down for rest. Part of your watch, I keep forgetting that Sheilrin is a wood elf. She is going to just go ahead and trance for the first 4 hours, and she'll be awake the last 4 hours of the long rest. But you do set the alarm spell with Felix, and then if you would, Ulmer, give me one more d20 for the nightfall.
Here we go. 11.
Your rest is uneventful, and you're able to take the benefits of a long rest. So go ahead and heal up all of your hit points, take away your temporary hit points, and take back any spell slots you may have used.
Okay, so I will be getting back both of my multi-class, my D8 and my D12. Hit
You'll
dice.
get half of those back.
Half of those.
Yes. So
Okay.
you can. I'll let you
So,
choose. I'll let you choose which one you want to get back. Probably the D12, most likely.
D12. Yeah, let's get the D12.
Because you started off as a barbarian and you switched to bard, right? You started off as a first level
No.
barbarian.
No, he was a bard, and then he went to a barbarian.
Oh, gotcha. Showroom will discuss with you that it might be better for you to just go ahead and give up the path of bard and stick with barbarian.
But he loves music. He's a musical meathead.
So your travel for the next day, go ahead and give me another d20 if you would. Making your way to the Fandalen Trail off of the Tribord Trail.
All right.
Uneventful yet again. Even though the area around Fandalen and outside of this, especially here in the Neverwinter area, around the Sword Mountains and the Neverwinter Wood, is kind of dangerous, especially taking out some of the marauders that you did. You're able to get to where the trail breaks southeast towards Fandalen, and are able to set up rest. Give me one more d20 if you would, please, Ulmer. And again, you are able to make it by nightfall. As evening is turning, as afternoon is turning to evening, you're able to make your way back to the town of Fandalen, unaccosted on your trip back.
We cleared the road. Our work is done here.
You are able to make your way to the Town Master's Hall, fully recovered from your fighting. Let me see here. Let's check out the pricing. Oops. There we go. For the Morning Stars, you had 3 Morning Stars, right?
3 total.
Yeah. And did you want to sell any of the javelins at all?
Well, I was wondering about carrying. How many can I carry?
I'd
That's the question.
say you could carry probably 3 to 4.
Okay. I didn't know if they were based on weight or how that works, but okay. I'll I'll definitely sell the rest of them if I'm just carrying 4.
So how many did you have before you took the first 3? Just 2?
I had 3.
Yeah, 3. Okay, so you took another one. So there's 11 javelin to sell.
Okay.
So that would give you. Hold on 1 second here. Just got D&D Beyond. It's much easier to look it up there. Um, 11 javelins will net you. We'll say 5 gold. We'll say 6 gold, and then the Morning Stars will get you 22 gold. So a total of 28 gold that you can get from the Morning Stars and the javelins at Barthen's Provisions.
Nice. Okay.
And a great axe?
The Great Axe is worth
Oh, yeah.
15 gold.
And the perfume we just automatically convert to gold, or?
Yes. And the silver you can convert into 18 gold. I think it was 180 silver.
It was.
Yeah.
And 7 gold.
Yeah, so if you want to add that all up, Hannibal, and then split it amongst the 4 of your party members.
Gold, gold, gold. Diddly gold. Not too bad. Pretty lucrative.
And we're counting Shay in that gold, right?
Pardon?
Split it 4 ways because of
Yes.
Shay.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
All
split
right.
it 4 ways.
So the gold, the silver, the perfume gets us 15 each. I missed what the javelins were.
6 gold for the javelins.
I got 46.75 gold each.
Nice.
What did you come up with? Same thing?
I didn't get the point, but yeah.
Okay.
No, the
Yeah.
0.5 would be 5 silver.
Right.
So how much total?
46.75. So 46 and gold and each 0.75. So whatever. And some silver. 46 and some silver.
So yeah, it'd be 46 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper.
46 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper. Got it. Cool. Hey, not bad.
Hence the reason why I cannot stand Electrum pieces.
Yes.
Are we going to collect that 100 gold reward too?
Yes, that will give everyone everyone an extra 25 gold each from the 100 gold piece reward.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
You should be getting yourselves fairly close to having a bit of coin, enough coin to maybe perhaps pick up some horses of your own. Riding horses, I believe, 75 gold. I believe I've tacked it out before with bit and bridle, saddles, saddlebag, and all of that. I think it comes out to 92 gold. But if you want to wait, it's not a problem. So far, your oxen and your wagon have been doing really well for yourselves. But the town master, when you report in just before you head back to the Stonehill Inn to rest for the evening, does mention that Sildar had said something about definitely needing for you to head to speak with Edermath, with Darren Edermath at the orchard, as he has heard of everything you're doing to help the citizens of the town, and would love to speak with you about helping him out.
Yeah, so Hannibal, I think we should go to the orchard. They have apples.
In the morning, of course.
After we have a night of meat and ale.
And song.
And song, yes.
And
with that.
And leveling. Level up to level 3.
Oh.
Fine
yes.
adventurers. Again, we do have the Character Mancer active. All of the books are shared. All the 5th edition books are shared in my Roll20 room here. So if you open your character sheet, you can go up to the top right by your character's class and level and such up there, and click on the little anvil. And that will open the Character Mancer for you and allow you to level your character up. Again, we're just using the average hit points, not rolling for the hit points.
Okay.
Which should allow Hannibal, I believe, to pick their subclass as a monk. Well, you are hanging out with Olmor a lot. Perhaps maybe drunken style.
There's a lot of shit in this drop down.
That there is. Double check to make sure some of them aren't from other sources. I do have a few sources that are outside of Wizards of the Coast books that might pop up in some of those. Open Hand's really cool. Shadow Soul's pretty nice.
Somehow I missed this in the book description of Order of Scribes.
Which one?
Cantrip formulas. You have scribed a set of arcane formulas in your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind. Whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spellbook, you can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another cantrip from the wizard's spell list.
That would be from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything book. They added some optional class features that are going to actually be in the new player's handbook. All of those things are going to be standard and not options anymore, which is great.
I haven't read the wizard options yet, so I thought it was a part of the Order of Scribes, not the other way around. Okay, that works for me.
Monks of the Long Death Monk. I think that might be in Sword Coast Guide to Everything, I believe, maybe. Way of the Sun Soul. Way of the Long Death. There's a different. Now, did you say you were the Order of the Yellow Rose? What monastic order did you say you were a part of, Hannibal?
I don't recall.
Yeah, if you search monks or search monk in the compendium in Roll20, it'll give you some of the monks of the realms. Obviously, we have the different subclasses that you can pick from the other books as well. I'm not sure if they put them in. There's one's from the Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Has the Way of the Drunken Master, the Way of the Kinsai, and the Way of the Sun Soul. So Kinsai might be something to look into, considering you're using shurikens.
Yeah, I think that's where I landed when I read this last.
Let me see here. I was thinking that in Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, then you have Monk Way of the Ascendant Dragon. That might be one of your selections that you can choose in your drop down also.
It's there, yep.
Which the third level, if you took that at third level, you would get Dragon Disciple, which would mean if you fail a Charisma Intimidation check or a Charisma Persuasion check, you can use reaction to re-roll the check as you tap into the mighty presence of dragons. Once this feature turns a failure into a success, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So if you use it and you don't make the check, you still get to use it again. Once you turn that failure into a success, you will not be able to use it until a long rest. You also get Draconic Strike. When you
That's nice.
When you damage a target with an unarmed strike, you can change the damage type to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. And of course, you learn to speak, read, and write Draconic and one other language of your choice. And you also get Breath of the Dragon.
Yes.
And you choose the type. You can either make it a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line that is 5 foot wide. And you can choose the type to be acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
I think that's the winner.
Way of the Ascended Dragon.
Yay, deflect missiles.
Just call me Kane.
So, Ulmer, what did you decide? Are you going Bard or are you going Barbarian?
He's gonna flip back and forth for just a bit. He's gonna be Bard this time.
Okay.
He's going with Bard. I'm just trying to figure out a spell for this guy. He's getting another spell.
Keep in mind to make sure it's not something for concentration, because I don't think you can. I believe you can't concentrate on spells while you're raging.
Right.
Don't think you can cast spells while you're raging.
No. Yeah. So.
Does anyone have Abyssal?
No. Abyssal? No.
Very good choice. I forgot. That means I will level up your NPC, Sheilrin Moonrise, as well.
Oh yeah.
She's going to take another level in Cleric. She's pretty much she got some domain spells, it looks like, maybe. She has Moonbeam and See Invisibility to her domain list that are always going to be prepared. That should be helpful for you. She also gets second level spells. She gets 6 new spells to add to her things. So let's go ahead and put in something that should be helpful for your group. Blindness, Deafness.
Oh. Yeah, I was just looking at that one.
She's going to do Lesser Restoration. She's going to take Aid and find traps. Spiritual Weapon. And let's see if she wants to get another first level spell. Which would you all prefer? Create or destroy water, purify food and drink, command, protection from evil. She's not going to take inflict wounds. Or detect evil and good are her first level choices. She'll take whichever you want, or she could take another second level spell. Warding bond, silence, protection from poison, continual flame. She's only going to I believe she's only going to have one slot though. She did pick up Find Traps, Blindness, Deafness, Spiritual Weapon, Lesser Restoration, and Aid. She could take Enhance Ability, Zone of Truth, Prayer of Healing, Calm Emotions, Whole Person, Augury. Which one of those would you like for her to take?
I don't know.
Command is usually pretty nice.
Which one?
Yeah,
Command.
that's what I was. Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't understand what you said. I'm sorry, I broke up.
Command. He
Command.
said command.
Gotcha. Okay, command it is.
Yeah. Command is sweet.
All right, so she has a lot of spells at your discretion.
I took Thunderwave.
Well, she does have 2 spell slots for second level, and she has another a 4th slot for first level. And she's got a lot of spells for her domain spells, Bane and Ceremony, it looks like, and then also Moonbeam and See Invisibility.
Very nice.
Like spells prepared though is what you need to
Yep.
worry about there, though,
Yep.
right?
Yep. That's what they do for the cleric and druid for the character master, because technically, when you prepare your spells, you have access to all of the cleric spells or all of the druid spells. Same thing with like your wizard.
Right.
You have access to all the spells in your spell book, but then you can only prepare so many. You as a wizard prepare like I believe it's your intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. But now, does the Order of Scribes have class or subclass spells like for your school?
I
I don't think
believe
wizards.
so.
Yeah, I don't think any wizards subclasses have that. But basically, like if you play like a certain specific circle of druids, certain specific warlock subclasses, things like that, you'll have additional spells prepared in addition to what you can normally prepare as the class, in addition to your subclass
Right.
spells. Yeah. Yep. All right. Once you are leveled up, give me a leveled up in roll 20, if you would, please. I'll step back over here real quick to our landing page just to make sure everyone's hit points are up to date. And it looks like everyone is. Nice. And I'll work on, after the stream, setting up, taking everyone's AC off of their token and updating that to temporary hit points. As I mentioned before, make sure when you go to add temporary hit points, when you click on your token, you'll see the 2 boxes by your red bar. That's when you'll want to put whatever temporary hit points are in both of those boxes. So if you get 8, make sure to put 8 in both. That way, you'll be able to see them. Because if you don't put anything in the second box, it won't show on your token for everyone to see it for you. All right, so back to Fandalen. It is the next morning after a rousing evening of carousing at the Stonehill Inn. You awake the next morning. You still have a little bit of business to take care of if you want. You could head off to the ruins of Thunder Tree to seek out Raynoth. Currently, other than, you could also maybe even head out to look for the missing brothers of Gundren. Or another pressing matter, obviously, to head to the Orchard or even to the Miners' Exchange.
Well, I had mentioned going to the Miners' Exchange, but since we had been, curious as to what was going on in the Orchard anyway, and we've been, given a little information by some some of the townspeople to go see someone in the orchard, I think we should go to the orchard. What do you think, guys?
I agree.
Okay. Start off by going to the orchard.
All right. So make your way over to the orchard, over here in this part of the town. You see someone out, probably mid-morning, late morning, having, of course, gotten up, eaten your breakfast and things like that, polished your armor, prepared your spells and such. You're able to make it over to the orchard, and you do happen to note that there is a figure in the shade of the trees, checking out the apples and such like that throughout the orchard. Does seem to have a fairly thick cloak on, even though the weather is not extremely cold. But you do see them, trimming around the trees, checking on the apples every once in a while, reaching up with a gloved hand to check the different fruit and stuff like that, make sure that they're not bruised or infested with any sort of blight or anything of that nature.
Okay. Well, Ormore sees the guy and he doesn't want to disturb him, but he walks up close to one of the nearby trees and just kind of observing him, kind of idly picking a small little melody on his lute, something nice and peaceful. Or in the morning here in the orchard.
Ah,
I back you up on harmonica.
all right. And Sharon kind of puts her head down and waits patiently by you. Felix, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stick by the two of them.
Okay. And the figure says, as you're sitting there playing, he says, "Ah, the wet behind the ear adventurers. I was wondering when you were finally going to come make my acquaintance. As a retired adventurer myself, hopefully I might be able to lend to you a bit of advice and aid if you need in the future." And the figure turns around, and Sherwin kind of glances very oddly at first when the figure turns, and you notice the pale pale grayish skin, the dusky skin of a drow, a retired adventurer drow. As he turns around, his white hair coming from out behind the, underneath, I should say, the hood that he's wearing to protect himself from the bits of sunlight that come through the boughs of the trees of the orchard. You do notice that there's a tidy little cottage right there in front of you as well, or nearby as well. And you can definitely tell, especially you hanging out, you've traveled a little bit with Shaelrin, and you've probably met other elves, and you can definitely tell this is definitely an older elf. Probably at least 500 winters old. Greetings.
Greetings. As now that he is speaking to us, Ulmore will play a few more chords on his lute, and he said, and he'll put it down. Greetings, esteemed one. You seem to be wise in your years. How fare you this morning?
Well, I'm still breathing, and we're still walking, so that is a good one. I'm Darren. Darren Eldermouth. Put that
I am Ulmore.
name into your chat for you.
Darren. Okay. And I am Ulmore. My friends Felix and Hannibal here. Yes, we are definitely wet behind the ears. Wet with the blood of our enemies.
He kind of chuckles and he holds up his gloved hand, tossing an apple over. I meant no disrespect. Please do not take anything that I say to heart, especially as an old elf. My chances to try to make jokes fail at many times. But I have heard that you are aiding some of the locals in situations, especially those revolving around these red brands, these ruffians that have
Ah,
seek to harry those of and the peace here in our town.
you say the red brands, Olmar kind of just spits on the ground. He says, "Ah, yes, we had a run-in with those a few days ago, earlier in the week here. We asked, just attacked us out of nowhere, walking down the street. Thought they were something. Well, we had to show them a thing or two.
Yes.
It didn't end well for them.
Well, I would like to see a group of heroes teach these ruffians a lesson.
Ah, another lesson, you say?
I believe that it's time someone took a stand against their leader, who the outlaws refer to as Glass Staff.
Glass staff.
Yes.
Glass staff. Staffs of glass. They'll break easy. We'll get him.
That is why I'm hoping.
What do you propose?
Put that in chat as well.
Glass staff. Got it.
Well, I'm sure that you've heard that these red brand ruffians hang out around the Sleeping Giant tap house. But something you may not know is that I believe that their safe house lies under Dresindar Manor, the ruins at the eastern edge of town.
No, we didn't know that. Heard about some goblins down in a hole below there from one of the local halfling children, but
Carp?
we weren't quite sure. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, fine little chap.
That information would be
Seems
reliable, yes.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah, he seems like he'll make a fine adventurer one day. Oh, so yeah, Sleeping Giant. This glass staff. What do you know about him?
I do not know much. I have tried to keep my ears to the ground, but I just know that their leader is someone they refer to as Glass Staff.
Are most of them like humans, elves, dwarves? What are we looking at? All of these ruffians from there. Is it the Sleeping Giant, the red brands, if you will? I think we encountered mostly just humans.
A mix of different humanoids, half elves here and there. I don't believe there's any elves among them, but there might be. I, of course, try to keep to myself as much as I can here at the orchard.
Well, I just wanted to make sure there weren't any bugbears. We've had quite a bit of trouble out of bugbears and some orcs here lately. But yes, okay. I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think we should do, Felix, Hannibal? Should we go to the manor, or should we go to the Sleeping Giant and get more information? Or how do you propose we teach this guy a lesson? I mean,
Giants
off
on the
or
way
just
to the manor. Stopping there on our way through.
If you do recall, when you brought up Carp, you do recall that Carp did say to you that he could lead you to an entrance to sneak you in to get into the manor. You
that's
remember
right.
speaking to him at the
Yeah.
farm? Yeah.
They weren't goblins. Maybe they were goblins. Maybe they weren't. I don't know. But there was a secret entrance. Yeah. Alderleaf Farm. We'll go there. Maybe we should go there first and try to find the secret entrance. Go into the manor.
If you are able to, he does continue on. Says, if you are able to deal with this glass staff, as it were, I also might have another job for you. Would you like to hear of it as well?
Oh yeah. Does it pay well?
It can, some would say, he says. Then glances down
That's the case.
his belt, which he has a pouch hanging from it.
And Olmore kind of grabs his own money pouch and he tosses it up, and here's the coins jingle, and he says, "Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Sounds good."
Well, I've heard stories from prospectors in the hills northeast of Vandalen that someone is digging in the ruins known as Old Owl Well. More disturbingly, several prospectors have reported being chased from the area by foul undead. And he glances to your cleric. If you'd head to the ruins, it's just a couple days' march northeast of Vandalen, and find out who's there and what they're doing. I do know that the ruins are an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as Nethril. And I worry about what dangerous magics might be dormant there. If you can ensure that no threat to the town is brewing at Old Owl Well, I would be willing to give you these. And he reaches into his pouch and pulls out. Oddly, what he pulls out seems larger than the pouch, but it's a very fine set of boots. These magical
those
boots.
are fancy boots.
These magical boots came in handy when I was an adventurer, but I no longer need them.
What do they do? Magical boots, you say?
Yes. If you perhaps pursue this quest first, I will allow you to take the boots with you and then return to see what you can take care of Glassstaff.
Oh. What was that?
I said it sounds like a pretty good idea to do that.
Yeah.
We're in agreement then.
Well, agreed. What say you, Hannibal?
I say let's do
Hannibal
it.
is in.
All right, so he will pass the boots over to you if we're going to head to Old Owl Well first. A pair of boots of striding and springing.
Well, I know who should probably have those. Mr. Monk. Mr. Monk.
My speed's already 35, but sure.
They wouldn't do anything to help out. But Felix, isn't your move just 25 as well?
It is.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the jumping with the monk, jumping in and hopping in them and then jumping back out or something. I don't know. Walking speed
And I don't
is
move
30.
much, so
That's true.
Well, that may be better for Felix. I've got a movement speed of 30. But
oh, yeah.
speed isn't reduced
Oh.
if you're encumbered. Jump. Oh, yeah. Well, what do you think?
Oh well, let's head out to the well.
Oh, well, let's do it.
All right. And we will deal with that next week in our next episode. We'll start that. That's where we will start off, heading out to the Old Well. Of course, traveling again, making your way there. As we will go ahead and call this stream bring this stream to an end this Sunday evening. So we will be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard for another episode 5 of Fandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. Great job today, everyone. That was awesome with the taking out the bugbears and the ogre. It was a little hairy there at the end, but you made out pretty well.
Fortunately.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so-
Well, thanks to all our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. The link to our Patreon page, as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts, can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. Subscribe to us if you would on YouTube. It is free. Like and comment, share the videos if you would. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give some likes, retweets, all of that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. You can also support us by clicking on the About Us section below and join the Master of Dungeons Community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also available. Check that out. We do have a few products up in there. We've been nice with Design Lizard, taking care of the socials, getting that out there. Some tweets today about our merch store. We do have a few objects there. We have some T-shirts, some Master of Dungeons T-shirts, a hoodie, some pint glasses. Do you have the pint glass with you, Hannibal? Nope, not
I do
tonight.
not.
Not this evening.
That's tonight.
But and then of course some coffee mugs for right and left-handed people as well for coffee mugs, so you can check those out. Also, we'll be adding some stuff here in the next few months as well. We might even hopefully by the end of the month maybe do some, or beginning of next month I should say, maybe drop the prices a little bit for some Christmas discounts and stuff like that. We'll get to that in the next couple of weeks. Also, if you could follow us on, we got another streaming platform we're going to start simulcasting on as soon as we get enough followers over there to get that going. Over on kick.com. You can go to kick.com/master of dungeons and give us a follow over there. That would greatly help us out as well. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a wonderful week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have some wonderful quality time with your family and friends. Anything else before we head out, gentlemen?
No, I had a good time tonight.
Awesome. It was good to be
Thank you very
back.
much.
Yeah. And thank you for watching. We're going to raid out here in a few seconds. If you'd stick around and join that raid to help support some of our friends of the channel. So take care, and we'll see you next time. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern for Around the Campfire. And as always, happy adventuring. Take care.